All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Brevard Sports Network and our continuing coverage of Pop Warner today. 8U game, Merritt Island and Suntree Viera. Aaron McKilla looks to be the quarterback. Calls for the snap. And he will be wrapped up. Ball's on the ground. And recovered by Suntree Viera as that defense forces a turnover. First play of the game. And that fumble was recovered by number 20, Brady Corrales. So now we'll see this Suntree offense take over. And, you know, when you got Carter Aaronstoft, Brendan Warner, Jackson Genazzo, who's typically the quarterback, Troy Barbado, Aaron Rennis. You know, you have a lot of games that you're going to want to keep up with, again, as they move through, all the way through this SVYFL program. Folks, and I do want to apologize. Unfortunately, the program that we use that gives us the scoreboard and the graphics, and it's not cooperating with us. It's already a bit too hot. So, folks, you know, I will give you the time and score every 90 seconds. I'd like to say today's game is sponsored by the Ice Cream Hut with soon-to-be 4 locations. Here comes the Suntree offense. Currently, it's Tyler Durand. And on the carry is number 14, Lindsey Laloy Jr., who will be taken down for a loss.
Durand on the carry. You'll get maybe 1 on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd and 9 for the Hawks.
Check that. He gained a yard. All right. So 2nd and 9 for the Hawks. What a crazy night in high school football last night. We'll talk more about it throughout the day, and you can read the recaps right here on the Brevard Sports Network. All right. Ball's on the ground. Picked up. Tackle broken, and he could go all the way. Touchdown, Suntree Viera. Number 44, Charles Dyson. So as what Alan likes to call POT, points off turnovers, and that's just simply put, your defense putting your offense in a great position and offense capitalizing on it. Might want to get that snap under control, but for the time being, Hawks are lining up for the point after. Fakes the handoff. And number 8, Tyler Durand, will be stopped short. 8:08 left to go here in the first quarter. It's 6-0 SVYFL on top. 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. We'll see the Merritt Island Mustangs offense for the second time today. Look, quick little rundown of the 8U Mustangs, as I'm not going to lie, folks, they do not have much depth at all. I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12 players. But look, you know, hopefully the Pop Warner scene is growing over on the island, and we can start getting numbers up there. Also, I'll just say this. There are a lot of leagues here in Brevard County.
Sports Network is in the house today, all day with us for all of our football action. You got loved ones at home who can't be here.
Again, today's broadcasts are sponsored by the Ice Cream Hut, a location in Viera, a location in Rockledge, and a location on Cocoa Beach. We have tagged their Facebook page in our post here. Go ahead and click on that and find out where you can go get yourselves a real good sweet treat. Here come the Mustangs. Fumbled snap. And who came up with it? Suntree Viera comes up with it, and it's number 11. Usually the quarterback, Jackson Genazzo, with the fumble recovery.
Looks like we have a turnover. There was a fumble recovered by the Hawks.
And here come the Hawks. Now number 15, Carter Ehrenstoft, in at quarterback, barking out orders. Ehrenstoft, he'll give it off to number 10, I believe that's Durand, and cuts back. And finally brought down inside the 10-yard line. Number 10, Hudson Argo on the carry. And it will be good enough for a Suntree Viera Hawk first down. 6:42 left to go. 6-0 SVYFL scoring on their third play of the game. They forced a turnover, ran a play. It was fumbled, and they dropped on it. Second play to the house. On a Charles Dyson touchdown. Here we go, Ehrenstoft. He's going to hand off to the back. Ehrenstoft, cut back. He's got all sorts of room. And what a hustle and touchdown saving tackle there. On the carry was Cooper Wallace. And let me try to find you a number on that touchdown saving tackler. I thought it was number 35, Arlo Noble. And if I'm mispronouncing that, please let me know in the comments if you're watching. We try to get these student athletes' names correct. And first and goal inside the 4-yard line. There's the handoff there to number 88. And 88, race to the corner. He's in. Touchdown, Suntree Viera. Troy Barbado. And it's 12-0 with 5:21 left to go here in quarter number 1. Here comes the point after. It's Ehrenstoft at quarterback. Ehrenstoft is going to call his own number, trying to get outside, and a great tackle made there for that Merritt Island defense. That is number 4, William Snow, on the tackle. Again, that touchdown brought to you by the Ice Cream Hut. Soon to be 4 locations, one in Cocoa Beach, one in Rockledge, one in Viera, and soon to be one in Palm Bay. So I'm saying, you want a good place, let's be real, folks. It's hot out here. When you need to stop and have a sweet treat, the Ice Cream Hut. Again, locations in Cocoa Beach, Rockledge, Viera, and soon to be down in Palm Bay. Folks, I will be right back in just 1 second. All right, here we go. Now we'll see this Merritt Island offense. 5:21 left to go here in quarter number 1. 8U action. 6U started the day with a 35-0 win. There's the snap. It's a clean snap. Makes a defender miss. However, he can't avoid the second rusher. Number 7, Aaron M. on the carry. Miquelina, I believe. Miquelina. And the Hawks are just daring them. They are almost all on the line of scrimmage. And Aaron makes the defender miss, and he can't make the second one miss. Tackle by number 22, Camden Buck. 3:50 left to go here in quarter number 1. Your score 12-0. Suntree Viera. It's going to bring up 3rd and long for the Mustangs. Miquelina in the gun, 2 backs in the backfield. And there's ball's on the ground. Who jumped on it? Suntree Viera football. And I believe it was recovered by number 8, Tyler Durand, who gets in there and jumps on that football. The 3rd turnover in 3 possessions. And this defense for Suntree Viera playing absolutely incredible. And look, again, I will say, over on the island, the Pop Warner scene, it I believe started either last year or 2 years ago. They have a city league team that plays, I believe, in the ACYAA, and they also have a Pop Warner team over on the island. So here we go. There's Jackson Genazzo handing off. And number 21 cuts back inside, avoids 2 tacklers, dishes a stiff arm, and he will be taken down. John Stewart will be down at about the 2 or 3 yard line.
Oh, sorry, he stepped out just short. Don't celebrate yet.
As the PA announcer announces touchdown. But it is not touchdown. It is down at the 2 yard line. And here comes Suntree Viera. Now just who do you want to give the ball to? You have an endless supply. You have Brendan Warner, Tyler Durand, John Stewart you could hand off to. Keegan Norton, Troy Barbado. I mean, you have an endless supply of backs you can hand it to, and watch them punch it in. .33 seconds. There's the handoff to number 19.
Number 19, Gavin Weiss on the carry. He's going to get maybe one on the play.
And Gavin Weiss on the carry. He'll pick up one. A minute 16 left to go here in the first quarter. Your score 12-0, but Suntree Viera is knocking on the door, trying to extend this lead. Second and goal from the 2.
And ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, we can't have folks standing on the fence or on the sidewalk, so if you guys could back up, I'm sorry, you're
Janazo hands off there to number 16, who will get stuffed at the 1. Number 16, Leo Gerben.
Number 18, Porter Knowles on the carry, gets back to the line of scrimmage, going to bring up third and goal. Third and goal.
Third and goal from the 1. I also
Stand on there. You can't stand on the fence. Don't make me do it.
there's number 11, Jackson Janazo, who lined up and a timeout called. the PA guy, look, that's the end of the quarter as we will flip sides, and you hear me laughing. Okay, so Suntree Viera, anyone who's come to Suntree Viera knows you cannot stand on the fence, nor can you lean, or stand on the sidewalk, nor can you lean on the fence. It's a safety rule, safety violation, an ordinance put in by the county, or it's a rule set by the Viera Regional Park. So SVYFL doesn't make the rule; it's the regional park that makes the rule. Parks and Recreation. And every day and every Saturday we're out here, the PA guy has to have a fight with the fans. Who, I mean, they're trying to get a better view because everyone likes to set up tents and block views. I get it, but so one of the things he does, he took. If you watch the show Game of Thrones, there's the shame bell, where they parade somebody through the town and shame, and he had that back. He had that audio until the fan left the fence. I highly recommend it. If you have nothing to do on a Saturday, come on out to any one of the Pop Warners. Suntree Viera, go support Merritt Island. Satellite Beach, when they're home, has a great facility to go watch a game there. Pop Warner's really great football. I'd say support any youth organization here in the county. Gene is watching from Port Richey, Florida. Well, welcome. Glad you could choose us to start your Saturday morning with.
All right, back to some action. We got third down.
So third and goal from the 1. Fresh 10 on the clock. Start of the second quarter. 12-0, Hawks on top. And they're knocking on the door, trying to put a third one on the board. This Merritt Island D-line, though, has been stout here at the goal line. There's the handoff, trying to get to the outside. And that Merritt Island defense comes up with a huge stop there on third down. Number 4, the first one to make contact. That's William Snow. Fourth and goal from the 1. Can this Merritt Island defense keep the goal line stand?
Here we go, fourth down for the Hawks. From the home crowd.
Ginazzo in there, and they got number 72, Alexander Russo, one of their bigger backs in the backfield. Gives it to Russo. Russo takes the path of least resistance, and he's in! Touchdown! Suntree Viera! Alexander Russo. And it's now 18-0 with 8:52 left to go here in the second quarter, pending the extra point. And the point after attempt from the Hawks. They got Russo. Ginazzo takes the snap, gives it to Russo. Russo trying to fight through that D line, and what a tackle there made. I believe that's 99 or 88. If it's 88, it's Zayden Leduc. And it is no good. So it's 18-0 with 8:52 left to go here in the second quarter. Suntree Viera getting work taken care of. Here we go.
First and 10, Mustangs.
So now 1st and 10 for the Mustangs as they begin their fourth drive of the first half. High snap. And trying to get away, but cannot. There is number 23, tackle made by number 56. Jeremy St. Angelo. And do not have a 22 on my roster for Merritt Island. Anyway, Daxton Flores now comes in for Merritt Island. Looks like he's going to run the quarterback position. Check that. It's going to be number 23. Number 23 makes a man miss with a stiff arm. Can't avoid the second tackle.
Tackled in the backfield by number 15,
Carter Ehrenstoff. And there on the carry was number 23, but I do not have a 23 on my roster. And it's going to bring up 3rd and long with 6:56 left to go here in the first half. Hawks up 18-0. Three touchdowns off of 3 turnovers caused by the defense. Ball on the ground again, and Mustangs jump back on it. Number 56, Jeremy St. Angelo, was the first Hawk in defensively. 4th and long with this Hawks defense. All right, I will. I'll turn down the gain on my mic. All right. Hopefully that's better. I turned down the gain on the mic so it gets less of the background noise. There's number 7, Aaron M, and he will get a couple of yards on the play. And it will be a turnover on downs. And it will be 1st and 10 for Suntree Viera at the 25-yard line. Officials taking a timeout for the second quarter water break. And it is 5:32 left to go here in the first half. 18-0, Suntree Viera on top. And you know they would love to put another score on the board here before halftime. 3 touchdowns. 3 touchdowns picked up off of turnovers, as Alan Slaughterzinski likes to call it, pot, those points off turnovers. 3 fumbles have put the offense in great field position, and the offense has capitalized. $5:32 left to go here at the water break. Again, I'd like to thank the Ice Cream Hut. Ice Cream Hut with soon to be 4 locations, currently sits with 3 locations, one in Cocoa Beach, one in Rockledge, one in Viera, and they are building one in Palm Bay. So listen, folks, it's hot. We all know it's hot. Go get yourself a sweet treat with you and the family. I might be stopping by Ice Cream Hut here in Viera after today's action. And this is 8U action. We got 11U, 12U, and 14U playing today. 10U has the bye this week. And here we go. First and 10 from the 25-yard line. There's number 14 on the carry. Number 14 around the right side, down the sideline. Touchdown, Suntree Viera. Number 14, Lindsey Laloy Jr. 25-yard rushing touchdown. And the score is 24-0 with 5:08 left to go here in quarter number 2. Lindsey Laloy Jr. And the point after attempt being lined up for currently Tylen Durand. Oh, they have 4 locations. So 4 locations: Rockledge, Merritt Island, Rockledge, Cocoa Beach, Viera, and Merritt Island. Coming soon is a 5th location in Palm Bay. The Ice Cream Hut, their Facebook page is tagged in our tag on the top of the post. You'll be able to find out all the locations and addresses on that Facebook page. But look at that. There's already 4 locations. They're building a 5th location. Stop in and get yourself a sweet treat. And it's 24-0 in favor of Suntree Viera. 4:53 and counting left here in the first half. as the clouds begin to make their way into Viera Regional Park. As long as they don't bring rain, I will gladly take the cloud cover all day, every day, and twice on Saturday. Ha ha. No? Okay. So, I guess so. The clock has continued running, and now it's stopped with 4:13. And I think that's what the Merritt Island coaches are asking about. Why was the clock running when the drive hadn't started yet? I mean, that's almost a full minute has been taken off the clock. And I think that's what the Merritt Island coach is going to talk to the White Hat about. And the clock is continuing to run. So 1st and 10 from the 35. And Jackson Genazzo with the... Today's games are also sponsored by the Insurance Pros of Florida. For more information, log on to Insurance Pros Florida or InsuranceProsFL.com. Again, that's InsuranceProsFL.com. So I thank both of our sponsors today, Ice Cream Hut and Insurance Pros of Florida. Thank you for stepping up and making it possible for Brevard Sports Network to come out and give these athletes the recognition they deserve. 2nd and 13 for the Mustangs. There's the snap. Fakes the handoff, and that Hawk defense corralled, led by Jackson Genazzo. And Genazzo led the charge there into the backfield. 2:30 left in counting here in the first half. 24-0. The lead belongs to SVYFL. Aaron Miquelina. As soon as he got the ball, the Hawks were already in the backfield. And leading the charge there for the Hawks was number 25, Cooper Wallace, in on the sack. And it will bring 4th and long with 1:30 left to go here in the first half. And that Hawks D-line has been really active today. The snap. Trying to get to the outside. He'll be wrapped up. Forced inside by Genazzo. And Genazzo allows the rest of his defense to get there. The first one there was number 25, Cooper Wallace. Turnover on downs. 53 seconds left to go in the half. Hawks looking to try to put another score on the board here before they go into half. Up 24-0. And so here we go. 53 seconds, and what does this offense have in store? I mean, who's going to touch the ball? So far, we haven't seen Garrett Zielinski yet touch the football. We've seen Tyler Durant. We haven't seen Brendan Warner. We've seen Hudson Argo. Hudson Argo scored a touchdown. And there's the handoff. And he gets to the outside, blocked by the 10s, and number 0 in the end zone. Touchdown, Suntree Viera. That's Carter Duvall. Carter Duvall comes around the left side and says, "I've got somewhere to be," and the score is now 30-0. And that will be the final play of the first half. After the point after. 30-0. We are at halftime. I'll be back in about 10 minutes to bring you second half action right here on the Brevard Sports Network. I'd like to once again thank both of our sponsors, the Ice Cream Hut, with 4 locations in Rockledge, Cocoa Beach, Viera, and Merritt Island, and then a soon-to-be 5th location out in Palm Bay. Then you have the Insurance Pros of Florida. For more information, log on to www.insuranceprosfl.com. Again, that's www.insuranceprosfl.com. I'll be back in about 10 minutes. And actually, hold up, I may not be going anywhere. If the cheerleaders are going to perform, we will show the cheerleaders as Merritt Island cheerleaders look like they're making their way over. Here come the Hawk cheerleaders. We here at the Brevard Sports Network we will always die on the hill that cheerleading is just as much of a sport as any other sport. And look, you don't see football players flying through the air as high as cheerleaders do. So, and I guarantee if you ask a lot of them, they wouldn't want to be thrown in the air 15, 20 feet in the air. So, girls got bravery. We appreciate the kind words, and we appreciate you making us part of your morning. Saturday morning, hopefully you're waking up with that coffee, maybe a little breakfast, and you get football. We're going to have football all day long here on the Brevard Sports Network. As the Hawks come over to meet the Merritt Island cheerleaders. Even if they don't perform, just look at them. You can't tell me these girls aren't ready to win another ECC and other Pop Warner Gold. You can't convince me otherwise. And if the PA guy shuts off the music, I will.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big round of applause.
All right, so I'm going to let you all hear the Hawk cheerleaders. And a great performance there by the Hawks cheerleaders as they do their hello cheer. If Merritt Island comes up, we will show Merritt Islands. Again, I will turn up the volume. And here comes the Mustangs 8U cheerleaders. And as it's time for book check of 11U football players and cheerleaders. That's right, 10U has the bye, so it will be 11U after this game. All right, the Lady Mustang cheerleaders, here we go. All right, folks, there you heard the Mustang cheerleaders. Hopefully you heard the Mustang cheerleaders there. And I'll be back in about 4 minutes with second half action right here on the Brevard Sports Network. Again, your halftime score, 30-0, SVYFL on top. All right, folks, we are back here with the Brevard Sports Network and our Pop Warner action today. Again, we'd like to thank our two sponsors. First, the Ice Cream Hut with 4 locations and a soon-to-be 5th location. There are 4 locations located in Merritt Island, Cocoa Beach, Rockledge, and Viera, and soon-to-be 5th location out in Palm Bay. Again, that's the Ice Cream Hut. And we also like to thank Insurance Pros of Florida. For more information, log on to www.insuranceprosfl.com. That's www.insuranceprosfl.com. Link is posted in our chat, so you can feel free to go back through the chat and click that website. I'd like to welcome everyone who's watching here on the Brevard Sports Network, making us a part of your Saturday morning as it's 30-0, and the clock will be running like a track meet here for the second half. And there's going to be another score. No one's going to catch him. First play of the second half. Touchdown. Suntree Viera. Thor Nelson. One play. 65 yards. And it's 36-0. And they'll go ahead and just give him. They don't do the point after try. Once it's running clock, they just give him the touchdown, and that's it. So now we'll see the Mustangs offense. It's 36-0 in favor of Suntree Viera. Coming up next, 11U action. 10U has the bye. So 11U action right here on the Brevard Sports Network. Here comes the Merritt Island offense as they're waiting around. 7 minutes left to go. Ball on the ground, and he'll be ruled down. 4-yard loss. And it's going to be 2nd and 14. Back to about the 31-yard line. Number 7 calls for the snap. That time it was number 1. Ball's on the ground. That was Daxton Flores, and it's still Merritt Island ball, but it's now third down and a trip back to Merritt Island. 36-0. The clock is running. And look again, the Pop Warner scene should hopefully grow out in Merritt Island. We'll be able to get more numbers and athletes. And there's number 18 running backwards, and that's not where you want to be headed. First one on the scene there was number 28, Wesley Knowles. Jackson Genazzo also in there. And there's a hawk down. Brevard Sports Network does not show injuries, nor do we speculate. Trust us when we tell you we're not doctors. But anyway, while there's a down hawk.
What's up, kid? Yeah. That was my announcement.
1 second. All right. Sorry about that. I had to pause it. Blake Monarch coming over to say hello. 10U has off. Blake wanted to come over and say hello along with his father, Mr. Monarch. So, said hi to him. Here we go. 4:25 left to go here in the third quarter. And look at that. That's a nice little burst of offense there. I believe that was number 1? Daxton Flores gets a positive gain. However, it will be turnover on downs as it was fourth down, and it's Suntree Viera will look to put more points on the board here. Who comes out at quarterback? They've been rotating a bunch of guys. We've seen Tylen Durand. We've seen Carter Ehrenstoff. They've been trying out some different guys at quarterback today, and, of course, if they're not playing quarterback, they're just in line to receive a handoff for getting touches.
I see you dancing out there.
And the Mustang cheerleaders dancing to the music being played over the PA system. Number 15, Carter Ehrenstoff. Ehrenstoff hands off there to number 7. Number 7 trying to make some people miss, and he'll get wrapped up. And that'll be Ali Haria. Ali Haria on the carry. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, bring up second down. They gave him a yard. 2nd and 9 for SVYFL as they lead 36-0. Again, the clock is running. Just under 2.5 minutes left to go. And there's the handoff there, number 22 to the outside. And he will have himself a Suntree Viera first down. That's number 22, Camden Buck, getting a chance to carry the football today. But there is a holding penalty. SVYFL 36-0. I'd like to welcome Anthony Knockreiner tuning into the broadcast. Knockreiner and Alan Slaughter-Zinski called that Coco St. Thomas Aquinas. And if you want a full breakdown of what happened in that game, just that game, there's a post, two or three posts below it. Alan Slaughter-Zinski and Donnie Reber wrote a full breakdown layout of what happened and what caused the crazy ending of that one. And there's Aaron stops handing off to number 99, Aaron Rennis. And Rennis will be dropped in the backfield. It's going to bring up third down. Again, the under a minute left to go. Hawks up 36-0, and there is a down Mustang. The original starting quarterback. However, he gets up and he's walking off under his own power. Trying to tell coach he wants to stay in the game. Young man, when you go down for an injury, you got to come off the sideline, take a breather, get some water. Aaron Miquelina. So he will come off for a play. And it's third and long for Suntree Viera. Approaching 30 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. There's the snap, and it's going to be Mr. Ali. Ali gets back to the original line of scrimmage. I think ball might have come out. Ali Harira. And it's going to be holding on SVYFL. A push. Anyway, that will be the final play of the third quarter. Final play of the third quarter. Again, we like to thank our sponsors, the Ice Cream Hut. Ice Cream Hut with 4 locations and a soon-to-be 5th location. The 4 locations that are currently open are Rockledge, Viera, Merritt Island, and Merritt Island, Viera, Rockledge, Cocoa Beach. Cocoa Beach, one of the 4 locations that's open. And for Insurance Pros of Florida. For more information, log on to www.insuranceprosfl.com. Again, that's www.insuranceprosfl.com. And so the 5-yard penalty, as the ref just came over and explained, and honestly, I forgot about this Pop Warner rule. When you're in a running clock situation, if you run you have to run the ball. There's no passing. Secondly, when you run the ball, you have to run in between the tackles. You cannot run outside. So you run in between the tackles, and if you don't do that, it's a 5-yard penalty. And we are under a running clock situation. 36-0, Suntree Viera on top. Coming up, 11U action. And with that 11U action, we also will have 12U and 14U. 10U taking the bye this week. Third and really long, or as our good friend Sean Hartman would say, third and a trip to Jamaica. as they get set here. Running on another player. Nope, not him. Him. Got Tylen Durand in that huddle. We got number 15 Carter Ehrenstoft coming out. Looks like we got number 24 in the backfield. It's Noah Martinez. And here we go. We're lined up. Almost 2 minutes have ticked off. And Duran hands off to number 24, Noah Martinez. And he will be hit in the backfield. It's going to bring up 4th down. And who comes out for Suntree Viera? I think everyone forgot it was 4th down, at least for Suntree Viera, as the whole team just goes kindly walking off the field of play. They were still there on the sidelines. Again, I'd like to thank Ice Cream Hut and Insurance Pros of Florida. Coach is waiting to call a play. Referee barking out some instructions. And okay, so they're starting the punt, where they're saying if Suntree wants to punt, and that's not a bad punt, takes a Mustang bounce, and then there will be no struggle for the football. They're kind of going through the motions. Normally, you don't even see that at 8U. Normally, everyone just goes for it, but I think for the sake of time and I think the coach wanted to make sure it was okay with the Merritt Island coach. Like, hey, can we actually try to punt it? Because I believe in 6U and 8U, you can just say, hey, punt, and they would go about an average punt. So wanted to go through the motions, and that was a pretty nice punt. Coming up on 6 minutes left to go in the game. Coming up, 11U action right here on the Brevard Sports Network. And here we go. 36-0 Suntree on top. Five minutes left to go here in the game. It's Aaron.
Ladies and gentlemen, we cannot hang on the fence here. Suntree can't even walk on the, well, you can walk on the sidewalk. You can't have you parking on the sidewalk. So please back away off the sidewalk, and ball on the ground.
Ball on the ground, picked up by Suntree Viera. Scoop and score, touchdown, but And water break. That was Tylen Durand on the scoop and score. And it's 42-0. Taking the water break here at the 4-minute 30 mark of left in the game. Again, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Ice Cream Hut, with 4 locations open, soon to be 5th down in Palm Bay. The 4 locations that are open, Merritt Island, Cocoa Beach, Rockledge, and Viera, and Insurance Pros of Florida. For more information, log on to www.insuranceprosfl.com. Again, that's www.insuranceprosfl.com. I'd like to thank those 2 sponsors for stepping up and making sure Brevard Sports Network could be out here today. Stepping up and supporting youth athletics here in Brevard County. And the clock begins running. Just under 4.5 left to go in the game. And so, I'm trying to keep the mics down where you're only hearing my voice, because I don't want the music to interfere and shut down the stream. Saw we had some issues with that in the first game, and we don't want that. We want to be able to stay up and have you watch the full games right here on the Brevard Sports Network. First and 10 for the Mustangs. And he hands off there to number 23. Number 23 getting to the outside, and he'll get some positive yardage. I do not have a 23 on my roster. Now, Merritt Island wrote down their roster by hand, so very well, could have accidentally skipped over some players. Tylen Durand was in on the tackle along with Jackson Genazzo, as the Mustangs come to the line with 2.5 minutes left to go in the game. Coming up next, we're going to shut down and get ready for 11U action right here on the Brevard Sports Network. High snap. And escapes one tackler, cannot escape the next one. That's going to be number 72, Alexander Russo. And number 17, Jax Corrales, also in on the tackle. Just under 2 minutes left to play. There's the snap and the handoff. Cuts inside. He's got some room. He's going to take it all the way. Look at that young man. Tylen Durand. That was number 35 on the carry. Arlo Noble. And Noble with a noble effort. Thank you. I will be here next week too. But that was an excellent run. Got to the outside and What closing speed also by Tylen Durand, able to prevent the touchdown. Merritt Island might have time for one or two more plays. I think this coaching staff might be trying to get Noble in the end zone. And nope, they're going to hand it off to number 23. Tries to get the outside, makes a man miss. And a shoestring tackle. That was number 23, which I do not have on my roster. But that will be the final play of the game. The Hawks on top, 42-0. And folks, will shut down and get ready for 11U action. Again, I'd like to thank Ice Cream Hut and Insurance Pros of Florida. Your final score, Suntree 42, Merritt Island 0.